Okay, ladies and gents, we are going to start this year off right this time. Now, as you can see before you, there are guns and knives and bows and arrows and dangerous effects of all sorts in front of me, and you must be thinking to yourself, oh my god, how on earth could a felon get his hands on this? Look at, just for a quick second, look at my hand. Look at how freaking white that looks. Just as if for a reference, my hand is brown. I'm just going to put it out there, like way out there so you could see. It's actually brown, but when I bring it this close to the camera, it looks white. Like you can see the freaking scuzz under my nails and the pink in my hand, and yet my hands look white to the camera, but they're not by any stretch. In fact, that is like almost Death Valley freaking navy blue. Death blue. And yet it's showing up here as kind of like a royal aquamarine. No, this jacket is navy blue. So anyways, as you can see here, folks, we have my Daisy Red Ryder BB gun that I got when I was about 8 years old, and you know, I basically had to fight my dad in order to get that particular BB gun. Just that. All right. Then we move on a little bit in life, and my dad gets into bow hunting, and then, you know, this was his equipment, his archery equipment, all of that. You know, his bow is not here, and I can't pull his bow back. It's a 70-pound draw. And any of y'all know who I am, you know I've been physically messed up. We have the 80-pound draw Cobra from M-Tech right here. Little pistol crossbow. The Beeman P17 17 caliber air pistol. The Crossman 1322 22 caliber air pistol. Sorry, we missed one there. That's bear spray. We'll come back to it later. That's a review we're not going to actually do. We're just going to do the walkthrough on what it's supposed to be for and all of that. And I'll save that for another video. This is all just going through what I'm going to be reviewing in the next several months so that y'all can get an understanding of why I chose this particular setup. Okay? Now we have right here my RS2 series sportsman rifle from Crossman Beeman Company. It is with the 22 caliber barrel on it right now, as you can see. However, those are interchangeable on that particular rifle. We'll do that when we go through the actual review of that particular rifle. That is the Sam Yang 50 caliber 12.7 millimeter Dragon's Claw, which is now sold by Seneca Arms. However, back when I got this air gun, it was the 50 caliber Dragon Claw by Sam Yang. We also have the P51 from Daisy. That is their slingshot right there. Now, every one of these weapons you see before you, I have either purchased or made. Okay? Not a single one of these weapons at all has ever been gifted to me. Okay, let me be very clear. The only one that's ever been gifted to me is this one right here. That one was a gift for Christmas. For my 8th Christmas. And that's the only one of these that's ever been gifted to me. All of the rest of these weapons have all been purchased through my own hard work and my effort. That box right there with the No Bozo sticker on it, that's my dad's old tackle box from the days when he used to do archery. So, let's disregard the tackle box for now. But what's on top of it right there, that is called, and there's a couple of different names. One of them is it's a Japanese martial arts tool used in ninjutsu, and I cannot remember the name of it for the Japanese style. But for the Spanish style of weaponry, from Spain. That is called a bandolero. Okay? This right here, this right there, that is called a bandolero. And what it is, instead of, not like a bandolier, like the things that go across your chest, you know, and you have a, you know, like say right here across your chest. Here, hold on a second, let me flip it around. You go right here across your chest with that belt that has all the ammunition in it. Okay, that is a bandolier. This, on the other hand, is a bandolero, which is a spiked stick on the end of a long whip. And that whip is held in your hand. The stick itself can either be retrieved and thrown or used as a large fulcrum with a sharp piece at the end. At least in the Spanish style, okay? In the Japanese style, of course, you do the whole stepping. In a Chinese style or whatever, it's Kung Fu and whatever, it's Chinese stepping on your string and whatnot. We'll do a whole thing about that. That's actually a homemade device, and it's something that took a little bit of extra work to make. So we'll go over that later. Now, yes, of course, ammunition. There we have the Scottish Dirk. Right next to the slingshot ammo and the BB ammo, we have ourselves the Scottish Highland Dirk. Now I'm going to take that out and give you guys a show off of it. It's not very much of a real Dirk. I mean, it's a showpiece. It's just a fool's piece of shit that I bought when I was a younger man. But just for effort and reference, I sharpened this up when I was still an apprentice with my dad as a machinist. And you can see that blade is still just as sharp as the day I freaking sharpened it. Even the false edge on the back is nice and sharp. I mean, can you hear that? I don't think so. Let me see if I can do a little bit of a sharpness test for you. Yeah. Well, sorry. No, really. Sorry, folks. I'm doing this all, like I said, simply by a cell phone. So give me a second here. I'm gonna do this, guitar player style here. See if I can get this to actually. Well, I'm not holding it, but there you go. Woo, that sounded like a cut. Well, it was kind of like a cross between a cut and a stare, or a cut and a tear. But it is pretty nice of a cut. If I could just get it to focus, you fuck! Okay, there we go. As you can see, that's actually more of a cut, not a tear. Although some of it's still tearing, but that's to be expected, all right? I mean, I sharpened this thing when I was 21. I am now 32. Yes, count that. 3-2. So, this sword right here, dirk, dagger thingy here, is just, a little showy piece, but it could have been made into a weapon, and that's what I did when I was younger. So, there you go. This is all stuff that, I'm gonna be showing off and doing reviews on. Could you utilize this all for self-defense, or for what have you? What's the use of it all? Now, you might have seen something sitting there that was kind of coppery and whatnot, and you can see it sitting right there, and you might think, oh, well, he's got a trumpet. No, that is not a trumpet. That is I believe that's the Slaughter King from Price Precision. It's just a joke. That's a homemade blowgun with a copper pipe tubing. As you can see, nice, clean, clear all the way down, no problems to the core. And it's a very, 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 very straight piece of copper tubing. I mean, as you can quite see. Very straight. Of course, it's got a little turn in it, just a little bit, and that's to be expected when you're using just regular old soft metals, you know. But yeah, so that's the load out there. You can see the ammunition for my 50 caliber right there. Yes, this air gun, I hate to tell you folks, but this air gun right here does not take pellets. It will never shoot a pellet if I have anything to say about it. This is what it shoots. And you might say, oh, well, geez, dude, that thing's freaking monstrous. And you're right. That's a 300 grain copper, solid copper. If you would focus, you fuck! There you go. Solid copper with an abutment of lead in the inside of it. Like literally way deep down inside of there, there's a piece of lead, a chunk of it, that sits in the back part of it here, and you can actually see it from the outside, sort of. Hey! Quit focusing on the floor, you fuck! Focus! Focus! Nothing fucking else, focus! Jesus wept! Holy shitballs! Okay, as I was fucking saying before my cell phone couldn't fucking get its goddamn nuts out of a vise, from where my thumbnail is right there, you can see that the pattern of or the sheen of the copper somewhat changes. Like the pattern of the grain structure somewhat changes between there and there. Okay, and what that is there is a piece of lead on the inside of this copper that is causing the copper to create a different crystalline structure here when it is actually poured into its space. And the copper has to be poured into the lead has to be poured into the copper via... Focus, you motherfuck! That little tiny hole right there. Jesus! Fucking hell! I have seen fucking way worse than that. But goddamn! It's not like this cell phone was $10. Okay, so as you can see, 50 caliber ammunition, specifically for 50 caliber Samyang air gun. You do not use pellets in that air gun because if you do, you're liable to break the air gun. Instead, you can purchase these from Night and Hail. These are the Night and Hail Copper King and Sabo. Was it Copper XR and Copper Sabo? And then these are the Barnes Trophy Takers with the quick slip Sabos on them. And then these other ones are hand pour bismuth rounds for hunting in the state of California. So that's all of those. That's everything you see there. Oh, what are those, you might ask? Well, it's funny you should ask something like that. Those are shotgun shells. And those shotgun shells happen to be the same diameter, well, relatively speaking, as the old slug barrel thingy. As you can see, they're a little bit longer and whatnot, but they are the same diameter. There, Demeter. Demeter! Damn it! They make me nutty. So anyways, those are the shotgun shells that would actually fit into that. I'm looking to get sometime in the future a wing shot from Seneca Corporation in order to be able to shoot these without having to worry about destroying my 50 caliber. So That's going to be a 28 gauge shell. They're the same size. I know it doesn't seem like it, but the back end of this is flared, okay, in order to catch inside of the shotgun. The back end of that is flared so that it would end up pushing in and stop. These are air gun shot wads, not for regular shotguns, although I'm pretty sure you could use them in a regular shotgun. I mean, they're just surplus shot wad. But the difference is that you're supposed to kind of glue the top here with something, or like use a paper cup or something over the top of them, and I didn't purchase that part of this. So there's that. But these are actually for the 28 gauge Remington air shot, and I don't like that air gun. So there's that. But those are the shot shells. These are the slugs, and they are free. Here, these trophy takers are massive. Let me show you one of these. You guys would trip at how these things. And this is a projectile, mind you. Apologize for the weird stare there. This is a projectile, mind you, that is actually made for muzzle loaders. It's not made for pellet guns. But in the state of California, you can't use anything that's got that is majority lead. So because this is majority copper, I can legally use this to hunt in the state of California. So there you go. These are the shells that I normally use through my 50 caliber. These are trophy takers. These are basically for like whitetail and what. Holy shit balls. If I could just get it to focus on this shit. This camera sucks. Hey, AVE. You want to help out here, brother? This shit's gnarly. Anyways, let's take a little closer look down in there, and you can kind of see. Yep, there it is. That little tiny bead of lead down in the base of it. And that's how all of these copper, basically copper solid body projectiles are made. First, they pour the solid body and, do their swaging and all that with the solid body. And then they pour the lead down in the middle, right down through the middle at very, very, very high temperatures so that the lead will flow freely. Let me see here. Those are all whatsoever. And done. Explaining to you guys how that works. Of course, the bandolero. Yes, the No Bozos box. As you can see, it's full of bow hunting shit and whatnot. Cool, fun stuff that we will go over in another video at another time, because I don't have the patience right now because my legs are falling asleep. Oh, come on, stand up. Rah! Right, so there it is. EOBP's Minuteman loadout from hell. Because, one, legal in just about every fucking state. Two, those are both lethal weapons. Sorry, all of those are lethal weapons. Every last fucking one of them is lethal, except for the BB gun. And that's about it. So, as you can see, every single one of these is a lethal weapon. Of course, as a Minuteman, you're supposed to carry lethal weapons. You're not supposed to only have air guns, which is kind of a fallback, but or a downfall, I mean. But we're not going to get into that because I've seen dudes do things with these air guns that most people would not believe is possible. For instance, that air gun right there, I was able to shoot out to 300 yards with that thing. And I have never in my life seen somebody take a shot at 300 yards with a Springer. So let's just be honest. You're not going to find something that is made like these, because I've re-engineered a lot of these air guns in order to work a certain way. This is the only air gun that I have not modified, and so I will be doing a full review on this air gun right here to show you exactly why the biggest myth in the world is don't diesel your air guns. I want to literally strangle the son of a bitch who came up with that, because you are costing yourself time, money, effort, heartache when you don't diesel that gun. That gun right there, if you don't diesel that gun could basically break on you, and then you will never be able to use it again until you fix it. And that's a problem. If you ask me, especially as a hunter, you know, somebody were to tell me, oh, well, you can't do that because, one, it's illegal, and two, you might cause harm to your air gun. One, fuckhead, it's my air gun. I don't care. Two, if it's illegal, why? Why are you making it illegal for me to own and operate an air gun in a proper manner as the air gun is specifically set to be as per the manufacturer's fucking manual? It says right in the manual, this air gun will diesel. It is supposed to diesel. If you do not diesel this air gun, your 1-year warranty is void. By the way, I've had this for about 4 years, so it wouldn't matter either way, but this air gun is 100% supposed to be dieseled. If you don't diesel it, it's your own dumbass fault if it breaks. So that's the wrap up and everything. There is one more part of this whole assemblage, which will be, which we'll go through a separate review. Just like I'm going to go through a separate review for each and every little piece. So stay tuned, and Happy New Year all. And you taters, let me know, because that right there, that's my favorite air gun out of all of these. Even more so than that air gun, that's my favorite air gun right there. So you taters, let me know which one of these all here is your favorite. I'd like to know. And if any of y'all own any of these, let me know down in the taters, in the section down there, the commentator section. And you taters have a nice day. And that'll be it. Guardsman, I'm out. Hoorah.